Welcome everybody. Please, as you come in, like the video and share the video, guys. Every child is a blessing. Welcome, sis. I see you. Thanks for joining. First, yes. Please like and share, sis, as you come in. Please like as you come in. Let love lead. Welcome, sis. God will, my darling baby bro. Welcome, I see you. Prince Baby Nation. Welcome, bro. How you doing, God will? It's been a while, darling. Sigate canto, tabete. Sigate canto, tabete kiamoro. Sigate cankiam. Sigate canchugu. Please like as you come in, share if you can. Share, guys. Please like and share. I know you too like I know you too like take somebody. All right, Gabriel. That's good to know, darling. Please share, guys, because we're going to start as soon as possible. Siri, oh my God, yes, my own sis in the house. Sis, I need to know if I can play Togo. Can I play Togo without copyright? Because I really want to play Togo Muma. I just need to know that I won't have copyright on the video. And then I can play Togo. Chicken dog, my sis for life. I see you, darling. Eva. Chuba. 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 Yay. Siri, Mama, please tell me, because I need to know. I really want to promote your new song, but I'm not sure if I'm going to get copyright for it. Not at all, Mama, you can play. Yes, yes, let's play that song. Nifo. Please, guys, share the video as you come in. I'm going to play my very own sis, Siri. She's right here. I heard this song from Queen Dope and felt, yes, you get dogs, my very own sis. I know she has, hold on, where is it? Eva. Abo, bunto, chuba, chuba, Please like the video as you come in, as we're enjoying. Eva. Chuba. Oh, Siri. Muma. Your place there. Beautiful song, sis. Chuba. I've been for. Chuba. proud barefoot? Where is proud barefoot Pekin? Let me get up and dance. Let me dance for my sis. Hey. Lufa. You cannot really, sis. No, Caterina. Eva. Mami Colombia, fava. Now you do, I see you, darling. Yes, sis. Come on. Eva. Abo. Chupa. Natung, shake. Are you on the floor? Whoopee! Sira. You guys should pump some love for my sister. No category. Hey, back to the yard. No category. Eba. Shuba. Whoop. Shuba. Shuba. Oh, ayo ya bobo. Munta. Woo. Siri. Sis, wonderful piece. Greta, you're late. Greta, you're late. Beautiful song. Seriously, congratulations, sis. Well done. Beautiful track. Please, guys, go on YouTube and check out my own very sis, Siru TV, for this wonderful masterpiece. Thanks, sis. Please like the video if you haven't done so. I'm just going to pin the show number because otherwise I'll forget. Please like. I hope I healed everybody. So for Big Boutiques, our very own doctor, our scholar in the building. I see you, bro. Welcome. Let her put her link so it will be easy for people. Yes. Let me see. Sis Jink and Don, is it possible, Green, one of you, if you don't mind? Prince, can you copy and paste Siru TV link so people can follow, if you don't mind, please, bro. One of you, one of the admins, if you don't mind. +44 74 15 16 84 23. Please like the video as you come in, please, and share. 74151 74151 684 6843. Perfect. Show number. Oh, that song was beautiful. Amazing. I'm proud to be a barefoot. Proud Bafu Pikin. Where is Proud Bafu Pikin? Oh, let love lead. Thank you, my love. Thank you so much. Please, that's the link. If you can follow it, Army General. Is Army General here? I didn't see my Army General. Army General, I haven't seen you, sis. If you're there, 100 gun salute. My very own Army General, sis with a kind heart. So welcome, everybody. Welcome. It was nice to shake our bodies a little bit. So welcome to Bella Fountain TV. I'm Bella, your host. If this is your first time here, because we've gained some new subbies, welcome. Thank you for joining. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking this channel. I appreciate you all, but remember to turn on that notification bell so whenever I'm live or I drop a video, you will not miss a thing. And for you all, my returning subscribers, my silent watchers in the background, all the people who give constructive feedback, I love you guys. I appreciate you all for all your continuous support. You're the reason why I keep lighting my camera. You're the reason why I keep bringing up this topic. You're the reason why I feel motivated every single week. Catalina, 1, 2, 3, I see you, darling. Welcome. So please keep the love coming. Please keep sharing. Introduce the channel to as many people as possible, because on this channel we learn a lot. It's all about socio-economic, cultural issues, sometimes lifestyle, and a splash of fashion now and then. So if this is something that would interest you, or would interest somebody that you know, please share it out. So today we're going to, I don't know if you've seen the thumbnail. I'm sure some of you have seen my thumbnail and go, oh my goodness, Bella, what's happening with this thumbnail? If that's their reaction, that's exactly the same reaction I actually had when I stumbled on that photograph. So we'll be talking about respecting our bodies, and respecting the bodies of others. Army General, my darling sis with a golden heart, I see you. So I'm going to go straight to today's topic, to be honest with you. But actually, before I go into today's topic, there's something that Auntie Rosemary, Mommy Asking for a Friend, put up on her Facebook page. I want to read this because everything we're going to talk about today, please like the video if you haven't done so. It's all about respecting our bodies or abuse. Juicy, my juiciest sis of them all. Welcome, sis. I see you. Thank you for joining. It's all about respecting our bodies and also preventing any abuse, self-inflicted abuse or external abuse from other people. So I just want to read that comment from Auntie Rosemary's page, a post. Sorry. Please share, like as you come in. Okay. Right, so that's the post from Auntie Rosemary's Facebook page. I'm just going to read it quickly because it somehow relates to what I'm going to talk about today or on this show. So she writes, child molesters, child abuse, predators are real. Please, parents, be careful who you bring into the comfort of your homes. Let's start talking to our children as soon as they turn 4 years old about anyone violating and touching their private parts. We have monsters out here who are out to destroy our children's future. We have monsters out here who are out to control our children's future because we brought them into our homes. We cannot allow or accommodate and encourage these kinds of personalities amongst us. They must be exposed to save our children. Anyone supporting and encouraging these people are complicit. These are issues that cannot be hidden under the rug. An abuse to one child is an abuse to all our children. We will not be silenced. When I read this post, I was like, wow, this is a strong message. Oh my God! Pop Russian bomb! Oh my God! Russian bomb in the building! Russian bomb in the building! Oh my God! Yes! 1,000 gun salute. 1,000 gun salute, sis. How nice to see you. I cannot believe, literally, I was like, am I seeing all right? Is that correct? Oh my God, welcome. Welcome, sis. It's such a delight. Such a delight to see you here today. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I have missed you. We have missed you so very much. I'm just so happy. I'm so happy to have you here on today's show. Thank you so much for joining us. So, oh my God, I'm really happy. Oh my God, I'm so happy to see Pope Russia Bob. I can't believe it is now a Pope from King. This is crazy. But welcome, sis. I appreciate you. Nana chocolate, my chocolate beauty. Oh my God, you guys are just amazing. I just love all the people, my audience. I just love and appreciate you all. Honestly, every time I light my camera, if it's just 1 or 2 person, I'm so excited because for me, it means a lot for you to take the time. Lily, I've ordered my bell. I'm not even kidding. I've ordered my bell, like an antique bell. I can't wait for it to arrive. I have ordered my bell. I cannot be left behind with this trend. I see Zion Efred, chiming hers. So I said, I have to get my one. There's no way I'm going to be left behind. So yes, guys. So I read that post on Auntie Rosemary's page, and I was like, yes, it's a lot happening when it comes to abuse, child abuse. A lot happening in our community. So much is very rampant. And there's only so much I can think of when it comes to the reason why we see it a lot. Yes, social media is exposing it a lot, but also I feel like there are more perpetrators nowadays than there were before. And the reason is probably because of the exposure, the globalization. As much as Mom of 2 boys, my bosom sis, woman, well, please welcome, sis. I see you. Hey, I thought that welcome was for me. I'm so Mom of 2 boys, you guys know I haven't seen Pope Russian Bomb for ages. We all have missed him or her on this street. We have missed a lot. So it's really nice to receive them back on the show. Yes, Mom of 2 boys, you have a special place in my heart. You know that, Please, guys, like the video. I can see that we have almost 4,000 people watching, and I can only see 1,400 likes. Please, guys, let's take the likes to at least the 3,000 likes. Come on, guys. Let's take it to 3,000 likes, please. Oh, Mami Colombia, my mama. Oh, you've been missing as well. Exactly, Chicken. It's so nice to see Russian Bomb. Newest debunker. Welcome, darling. I see you. So I'm only think of, so many people, we are so exposed. People are so exposed nowadays, and there's so many other aspects, okay? When it comes to sex education, and also talking about body consciousness, body awareness to our kids. And also the amount of sexualization and objectification of the human body, okay? All of these aspects, I can only think. Auntie Rosemary in the building. Our very own mommy asking for a friend. Welcome, Auntie. I see you. It's all, I can only think these are some of the reasons. Oh, I better put that on silence. Some of the reasons why we are having these issues of molestation, as well as lack of respect for ourselves. So I'm going to talk on 2. We start with the child abuse one that will usually follow from Auntie Rosemary's post on Facebook, and then we move to how people objectify themselves. But before we get into that child abuse thing, I want to show you guys a video. Please watch keenly and carefully and listen to this video I'm about to show. I should warn you guys, for some people it will be a bit disturbing, but I think we need to see it. Where are we? Okay. Excuse me. Okay.
Stick and hammer to beat her.
Okay.
Listen, like
I want to start. Okay. Listen, guys. I want you guys to watch it from the beginning. Please watch from the beginning. Like the video as you come in, please. So that's it.
So how often has it been beating you? Is it several times or just only this one?
He has been beating me since.
Since. So what is actually what was your mom and your dad? What are they saying? Your mom and your dad, what are they saying?
He's not telling them.
He's not telling them.
Yes.
So you're actually staying with your uncle. Is this your uncle? Is he married?
No.
He's not married.
Yes.
So your uncle is just maltreating you. He just wants to maltreat you.
Yes.
I don't know how to start this conversation. Guys, I heard something about this 10 years old girl. Her name is Ruth. I know so many of us have actually come across her videos. She do this motivational videos. The videos are quite interesting, quite motivating people, you understand? Especially me. Sometimes I come across her videos and I feel so good in the videos, you understand? So I had something that actually makes me to come to her area. I heard that the uncle that she's staying with is actually maltreating her to the point that the guy is actually using everything. I don't know. What do you say your uncle is using to beat you again?
Stick and hammer.
Can you hear this? You see, the uncle is actually using stick and hammer to beat her mercilessly. Like I was told, it's not the first time, it's not the second time. That at times, if the uncle wants to actually beat her, the uncle would turn on the music in the house, like for the neighboring people to not actually hear her soundtrack, you know, so maybe her cry and stuff like that.
I hope you guys can hear it.
Like, when I had the story, I felt really bad. You can come around and see some math, and I also put a video out there, so guys, I don't know. The mother is actually feeling less concerned about the girl. The father, I can't tell.
The mother is feeling less concerned about the girl.
When last you talked to your dad?
It has been long.
And the parents are nowhere to be found.
Have you met your dad in person before?
No.
Are you hearing it? So what about your mom?
No.
Wait, when last did you meet your mom?
It has been long.
It has been long. So the uncle
Around Japa, the dollars YouTuber, welcome, darling.
Junior brother, or is it the junior brother or the elder brother? Okay, the mom hand over the child to the junior brother, you understand? So, and unfortunately, the guy is not actually taking good
G, you need debunking.
Are you going to school?
My very own sis, welcome.
He's not going to school. So guys, please, if there is any way we can actually show some love, some support.
He's like as you come in.
You guys got my back, and you know when I bring something to the table like this, I know you guys also got my back. Like you guys also show some love, some support, you know. This is really sad, trust me. For you to be beating a girl child like this,
Another chocolate.
You turn her to your punching bag and something like this. Trust me. For me, it's really annoying. When my friend Ayanis, that's Prince of Ayanis, he tagged me to the video. I saw the video. I was heartbroken. Like it was really annoying. When I saw the video, I was like, why would you beat somebody like this?
Please like the video, guys. Share this video. Please share this video.
And I know some of us is actually allowing our children to go stay in their uncle's house or their auntie's house, to go stay there, you know. For me, I don't think it's a good idea. If you know you cannot take good care of your child, not get belly. You understand? If you don't say you know if you take good care of your child, just stay calm, respect yourself. You understand? Respect yourself. Look at this small girl, she's 10 years old and she's passing through all this. Like this now, she's passing through a lot. Like I can bet you, like this is actually affecting her mental health.
Okay, I think that's it. I just wanted to show you guys this video. When I watched this video, literally, I was literally short for words. Literally, I did not know what to think, what to say. I was lost for words. I could not even think straight. I couldn't even believe that this was actually happening to a child of this age, inflicted by another adult. That's why when I saw Auntie Rosemary's post, I thought to myself, I have to talk about this. It doesn't matter how many times we talk about this same topic, we will keep talking and calling attention of everybody to this same topic. Abuse, child abuse. It was just a week ago or so that I did a video about the 2-month-old baby who was beaten to a point that by his dad, that one of his arm got amputated because he broke the arm and stopped the mom from getting help, medical help for the child. And obviously the child lost the arm because of the poor state of the arm by the time they got to the hospital. So this is another case of it. This issue of parents giving their kids over to other people, my God, I don't even know what to say about it, because this is not the first story. This is not the second story. This is not the third that I've read or heard. And I don't think this is going to be the last unless we keep talking about it and exposing situations like this. I know nowadays as parents, especially modern parents, we want to be independent. We want to work and we want to keep the family. We want to feel like we're bringing in something into the family. And for that reason, we have kids. We need to look after these kids because we cannot stay at home to look after these kids. There's a tendency for some parents to go and bring extended relatives. And for some people, strangers, to look after their kids. You know, and those people who look after these children, or the ones that are being sent by their parents to stay with relatives, those kids are literally at the mercy of their host, or call it bosses for some people who treat their workers as objects, as slaves. This is a child that was sent to live with the uncle. And from every indication, she's from the village. The mom has her, and I'm sure she probably has other siblings. Please like the video as you come in. I see silent watchers. If you're watching from the background, please show your girl some love by just clicking on that like button. I appreciate that. This child was probably sent from the village to go and live with the uncle, and the uncle is actually maltreating this child day in, day out. Day in, day out, this child is subjected to physical abuse, mental abuse, and goodness knows if there's any sexual abuse involved in it. Because mind you, this is a very young, this is a baby. And even if that's happening, you know, from this video, there's no way she would have been confident enough to say, my uncle is also touching me here and there. She cannot say it. And thank goodness for neighbors who actually, you know, raised the alarm for people to know that this child is going through abuse. Otherwise, nobody would know about it. You can hear from the video, she says she hasn't seen her parents. The mother has not been to visit her. The father is nowhere to be found. So people, why do you want to have children? Why do you want to have, I know circumstances, sometimes situations can push you where you're unable to cater for your child. But for those people who know that they're financially not ready to look after kids, why do you now want to bring forth children when you cannot look after them? Because there are some parents that literally give birth to their children and they are ready to relinquish control. They just want to get rid of them because to them, it's an obstacle to their lives. So when they see an opportunity like this, with uncle saying, oh, send Cyril to come and stay with me in the city. They are so happy to bundle Cyril's two clothes in a Saxamoto. Ogana must go and send Cyril off to go and live with his uncle because they want to relieve themselves of that burden of looking after the child and sending it off to someone else. You don't even know what that brother of yours is going to do to that child. You don't check, you don't visit, you abandon your child for someone else to look after. And that's what happens. That's what happens. That's exactly what happens. And this whole thing of people just giving birth carelessly it boils down to our culture. That's why I did a show, but that was a while ago. In my Facebook page. Actually, I've done one here. One of my first videos about a culture, looking through cultural lenses, has a lot to do with our culture as well. Because look at us, most people in the diaspora, you don't just have children, you have to plan to have babies. You need to make a plan. You need to check your budget. You need to check your flexibility, your availability, how present you will be in the life of that child. And then you can come to terms to the fact that, okay, by this time I would love to have a baby. But people back home, because they have that mentality of the child is a child of everybody, it's a community child, so they can just, like guinea pigs, just push for kids as randomly and as many as possible, at the mercy of the people, the neighbors, to raise them. And what do you expect to happen? What do you expect to happen? Things like that are bound to happen because you have no control over your child. This child, you brought forth a child into the world, you're supposed to protect this child from harm's way, but yet you have this child, if anything, you're exposing them. You're exposing these kids to abusers, to demons, to rapists, to child molesters. An uncle will come to the village and say they want to take your child and go and live in the city and send your child to school. You don't even know where, some of them don't even know where this uncle lives. Trust me. Sis Goretta, welcome, I see you, my support system. Some of these parents, some of these uncles even come to the village. Those uncles or aunties come to the village. People give their kids to these people without even knowing where they live, the living conditions, how this child is going to live. Even if this child, they don't even know if this child will be taken to the city and the child will be sleeping in the dog house. Some of them don't care. Nobody cares. As long as they feel like, oh, take this burden off me. I've had enough. I can't even feed myself. I've been struggling to feed her. It's less mouth for me to feed. They get rid of the child. And your child is maybe sleeping in a dog house somewhere in the city somewhere, while the uncle and the auntie is living in affluence and using your child as a slave. And you're sitting there thinking that your child is in the city and is being looked after. Somo Clovis, welcome, darling. I see you. A lot of children living with relatives are suffering. A lot of children living with house helps are suffering. A lot of kids who are parents or their parents sent off to go and live with people in the guise of wanting to support them are suffering. Crochet Squad, welcome, sis. My God, it's been a while. Welcome, I see you. Are suffering. If you cannot look after a child, I say to people, there's no reason why anyone should be talking about accidental pregnancy. There's no room for accidental pregnancy nowadays. There's so many ways to prevent accidental pregnancies. If you know you cannot look after a child, don't bring forth a child if you cannot. And before you send your child to a relative, check, follow your child, go there and see where they're actually living. From time to time, visit your child. You know how us Africans we are, sometimes we don't even announce to our relatives that we are coming. Sometimes just do an impromptu visit. Make an impromptu visit so you can see the living situation of your child that you've given away to a relative. You give your child and you abandon this child, some people for years, and they don't even see the child. Even if they've gone and terminated the child somewhere, you won't even know. Some of the names, Fresh Moto. Oh my God. Welcome, darling. I see you. You don't even know if that child is still alive or is not alive. Even that child, if that child is going to school or that child is not going to school. It was on this same platform that I actually showed a video of this young girl who went to live with the auntie, and the auntie was actually asking this young girl to perform all these sexual acts. And the child was saying, the auntie was asking her to touch her toto, to kiss her toto, using a touch on the girl, you know, using a touch on the young girl. And this girl had parents, but these parents were nowhere to be found. And this child was going through, and there's so many people, and this is not only for the girl child. Sis Pamela White in the building, welcome. This is not only for the girl child. Yes, Jink and Don. The auntie is asking the little girl to perform all the sexual acts on her. Even your boy child. You carry your boy child and you give it to your some aunties go live in the village. That auntie will be using that boy child, you know, as their sex toy. The thing people do these days would literally can make you feel like you're living with demons and not human beings. You're living with monsters and not human beings. You would see an old woman molesting a young child. One of those days that we used to think like it was only a man molesting a young girl. Now, women are actually molesting young boys. It was on what's this person's name? Melody's show that I was watching. I was following Melody's show, one of her live shows, and there was a young boy under that show, and this young boy was actually in pain, narrating his story how an auntie took him from the village to come and work for her, but that auntie ended up making him her sex toy. Every night, this little boy had to mount the auntie. Every night, this little boy had to mount that auntie. And the boy was so fed up, was so tired, was exhausted, couldn't even perform his household chores. So it's not just men towards women, it's women also towards men or boys. Welcome, Super Pekin. So if you're giving your child to somebody to look after that child, be careful. Be careful. Be there to check up on that child. Make sure that child is doing okay. Make sure that child is protected or looked after as they promised you they were going to be looked after. That's why I always say to people, when you have, especially when it comes to nannies, when you have your nannies, we have to be very careful with them. We have to be very careful. Our domestic servants are the ones that can literally, they're the closest and the ones that know us the best. They are the ones that can destroy our families or protect our families. The domestic servants. Especially nannies. Especially nannies. We have to be very careful with them. They are the ones looking after our kids. You leave your child with a nanny, and if you're maltreating that nanny cannot take it on you. That nanny will take it on your child. If the nanny cannot hurt the child physically, the nanny will be hurting your child sexually. It's even better sometimes. It's easy to detect it, to detect when maybe a female nanny is abusing a male child, because it's easy to detect when a male a nanny is abusing a female child, a girl child. It's easy to detect because you can tell that penetration. But it's so difficult when it's a boy. When it's a boy, it's so difficult because you cannot tell. You cannot tell, especially if the child cannot express themselves. If the child cannot express themselves, that child can go through abuse for years without even knowing. And that child will be ruined for life, like under the nostrils of their parents without them knowing. So we really have to be careful. Parents, we have to be very watchful who we leave our kids with. Yes. Yes, support Pekin. Let me read what support Pekin is saying.
School.
You send your child to go and live with an uncle with a promise that that child is going to be sent to school. At the end, the child doesn't even go to school. That child ends up staying with the uncle. The uncle's wife is maltreating that child. The uncle's wife is asking that child to wash her underwears. We see that. We hear that a lot. We hear that a lot. You see, so Papa said, I just remembered a friend's situation. He was molested by his auntie growing up. That's what I mean. And it's so difficult when it's boys. And oh my God. That's why you see, you have your bubbly child. Parents, watch out for those signs. You have your bubbly young boy, a boy child, running around the house, very happy, go lucky boy. And then as time goes on, this child suddenly becomes so subdued, so reclusive, doesn't want to speak, doesn't want to play. What is happening to that child? Or this child suddenly becomes really radical and rebellious. A very nice and well-mannered child suddenly becomes radical and rebellious. What is going on? Start asking those probing questions. That's why I said to my show, when I talk about African parents and sex education, talk to your kids as early as possible. As soon as your child can talk, can understand, start explaining to them. When it has to do with sex, their intimate organs, who to touch and who not to touch, how to touch and how not to touch, the private parts, how sacred it is, how to respect it, not to allow anyone to touch them for whatsoever reason. When a child can talk, please start talking to them about it. African parents, I'm begging us. I'm begging us. Gone are those days that our parents were thinking if you tell a child or educate a child about sex, they'll want to do it. No. If you don't tell them now, they will do it, if anything, because they're very inquisitive. The kids nowadays, that's why a child of 4 years will be asking you all the whys, why not, how, prove it, all those things. They are so inquisitive, they want to try it. But if you tell them and make them understand how it is, and they already know what it is like, it's all about, they'll be like, oof, well, my parents have already told me there's no need me rushing because I already have an idea of what it's going to taste or what it's going to feel like. You need to make your kids comfortable to talk to you about everything and anything. Anything and everything. You need to make them feel comfortable to express themselves. Talk to them. If somebody touches you here, tell me. And you know how kids are, they're innocent. Sometimes if you have your kids and you say to them, if somebody touches you here, somebody touches you here, tell me when I come home. Even if they cannot express it orally, the kid will be pointing. That baby will be pointing where whoever is, molesting them. Sometimes it's better. I'll go back to this taking somebody's child to live with. Sometimes I just feel like it's better for you to stay with your child in your poverty. Stay. Yes, honey. Just a minute, guys. My co-host needs some attention. I'm just gonna give her. Yes, honey. Yes. Yes, have this. Yeah, sometimes I just feel like it's better to die in your poverty with your children around you than to send them to live with relatives when you don't even know what's going to happen to them. That's why when growing up, my parents would hardly send us to go and live with uncles or aunties on holidays. You know how holidays, there are some parents, literally, they are waiting for schools to break up for them to just, you know, push their kids to go to Auntie Rosemary, go to Auntie Goretta, go to Auntie Jinkendon, go to Auntie Nana Chocolate, go. Oh, Auntie Nana Chocolate, I've put the children on the bus, they are coming, or Vatican, they're coming, they'll be arriving tomorrow morning. Like they cannot wait to get rid of their kids. Kelly Makochi, welcome, darling sis, I see you. The mother, my wisdom sis, welcome, I see you. Yes, no, Jinkendon, my parents will not. The first time I ever went on for holidays was to my elder sister, and that was when I was in I think Lower Sith. I was in Lower Sith. That's the first time I left my parents to go and spend holiday with somebody, and that was my elder sister. My parents will never let us go and stay. Nowhere. No. I've never lived with any relatives. I've never lived with any relative. Never. That's why sometimes it's better. Stay with your kids. Have them around you. Protect them. Do you know how scary it is when a child feels like there's no one to protect them? I can only imagine what that little girl is going through, because from the video, the uncle is beating her every day. And sometimes he will turn on the volume of the TV or radio or the music player really high, so that no one can hear it. Oh my God. I just imagine the pain, the fear in that child, how scared she would have been. Is she going to come out alive? Uncle using a hammer. You can see on her head, they've used a hammer on her head. You know, you can see the scar. Who uses a hammer on another human being? Talk less on a little girl like that. Who uses a hammer? Oh, yes, Pop Russian Bomb. Yes. I actually did a video 3 videos back, Danny. I talk about the little boy, the 2-month-old boy who was actually molested by his own dad for disturbing his sleep. Beat the little boy, broke the arm, locked the mom and the little boy in the house so they cannot get any medical attention. Ended up that hand was starved from oxygen. So obviously it was getting rotten, and before they could seek medical help, it was beyond repair. So they had to amputate the arm. Yes, Russian bomb, that happened. 3 videos ago, watch it, sis. I just did it. I did a show about that. And you wonder. Why bring forth a child, your own image, if you know that you cannot love and protect that child unconditionally? There are some wicked parents, that's for sure, who beats up a child because the child was crying and disturbing their sleep. Do you know how many sleepless nights mothers go through? Treaty, welcome, sis. I see you. It's been a while. Welcome. Yes. Honestly. Yes. It's attempted murder, because who knows? It would have been worse. Hitting that child with a hammer, it would have been worse. You would have cracked that girl's skull. That would have been talking about an obituary here. All right, Twitty. Support Pekin has written something. While educating our kids on sex education, always emphasize you will protect them. Most molesters threaten them with the death of either parents. Yes! They always say that if you try it, or will terminate your parents. And as kids, they're scared to lose their parents. So they'll keep quiet. They won't say it. Exactly, support Pekin. I read somewhere that I hope it's not true. I heard somewhere that the child actually did not survive the amputation, that the child ended up leaving us. I read somewhere, there was an update that I read that poor child did not survive his injuries in the end. I read somewhere. Yes. Please share this video. Share this video. We have sisters. This topic is important because you don't necessarily have to stay with a child. If you know of a sister, an auntie, and an uncle or brother who wants to take somebody's child to live with, please educate them, talk to them, make them understand that this is a huge responsibility. It's taking someone else's child. It's even triple responsibility because that child is in your care. You're not only looking after that child, you have to make sure that you're also looking after that child's family. And the sad thing is that most of the people who abuse these kids are family members, people that they know, uncles and aunties. If you know you cannot look after somebody's child, don't have the patience and tolerance, that love to give to a child, don't take someone's child. Don't take someone's child. Using the pretext that you're going to give them a better life in the city when you're just taking them to go and make them your slaves. Honestly, support Pekin. Just leave the kids, leave the children, just allow them. They can stay there and eat their roasted cocoyams and corn and just stay and be happy with their parents. And some of these parents send their kids, they're using their children as their income, source of income. It's almost like it's like slavery. It's like trafficking, to be honest. Some parents, it's like trafficking because you're trafficking your child so that you can feed off that child. That's what some parents do. They're trafficking their children to feed off those children because the money that they're going to be paying, the uncles are paying to some parents and not the child. That child is stealing and toiling day in, day out, and the monies go to the parents. And those parents don't even check and make sure that the child is surviving, is living okay. Modern slavery. Parents selling up their own kids. That's what it is. That's what it is. I know of relatives. I know of relatives who have house helpers, house helpers, and these house helpers have been living there for years, and I never saw a relative come to visit. Not one. Not one. If not that this relative of mine, it's very kind. From time to time, they will say to the house help, go and visit your people in the village. Go say hi. Go greet them. You are sitting there in your village, in a little corner. What do you think is happening to your child or your son, your daughter? What do you think is happening to them? What treatment do you think they are receiving? Do we really care for those kids? Do we really care for those kids? What? You've lost your thing? Sorry guys, a minute. Is it gone off? If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. Clap, clap. Good job. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. Clap, clap. Good job. Sorry guys, I don't know why some people aren't scared. What if someone's child dies under your custody? What will you say? Some people were born on the 8th day. Oh, Russia Bob, you see why we missed you? Some people were born on the 8th day. It's like saying the 32nd of January. Well, my children went on holidays with their grandma to California. We were taken to California. We were probably checking every day. They call me on video, and that's your grandma. Exactly, sis Jean Kendon. That's what I'm talking about. Taking responsibility. Don't just relinquish responsibility to that relative. It's not their child. They have no obligation to protect that child as much as you would do as a parent. If on the who has, I don't know if you guys, where's Auntie Rosemary? Auntie Rosemary, please ring me a bell. Somebody ring me a bell before I say this one. Ring me a bell. Somebody ring a bell. I can't wait for my bell to arrive. Ring the bell. Somebody ring the bell before I say this statement I want to say. Ring a bell. Somebody ring a bell. Somebody ring a bell. Thanks, Treaty. Thanks, sis. Because, thanks, Support Pekin. Gina Pacha said, please be careful with live-in nannies. I had a living nanny. My kids were always crying at night. One day I was cleaning her room, found a small snake in her back. Hey! Hey! Jesus! Greener pasture. Jesus. A small snake in her back. Hey. Is this in Africa or in Europe? Jesus. Jesus Christ. Ha. This is what I'm saying. We go around carrying people we don't even know. You just take anybody. My God. What is she doing with a snake in your house? You would have left your kids with this nanny, and she would, who knows what kind of snake, venomous snake. And by the time you come, all your kids are lying in the living room, all gone, and nanny is nowhere to be found. Hey! Mama, Emma, welcome, Emma, darling. I see you. Hey! That literally sends chills down my spine. Oh my God, my upper lip is literally shaking. That's what I mean. We go and carry all sorts of people and bring into our house, in our homes. Oh my God. Like the nanny who stole the baby in Bamenda and ran with. A nanny stole the baby. Mother came back from work. Nanny's nowhere to be found. Baby's clothes were packed and gone. Off she went with the baby. Off she went. Yes, Jean Kendon. Ivan Lee, welcome, sis. I will pass your greetings on. Greener pasture, Jesus. Yes. She started fighting us when we asked her about them. She left. No more nannies. I work part-time to take care of my kids. Yes. Chai. Hey. This is crazy. This is crazy. Hey. Hey, whoa. What will one not see? What will one not see on this social media streets? What will one not see on this social media streets or in this life? Snake in a bag in your house with your kids. Hi. Hey, my. Literally, my upper lip is shaking. Hi. It's a scary story I'm treating. That's scary, honestly. Thank God that the kids were fine. Thank God that you discovered it on time. Like I said, ring the bell before I said make this statement about relatives who just allow their kids go and live with other people as nannies or helpers and don't show up to check on them. I want to ask this question. I don't know if anybody you have noticed it. Have you seen on the streets, when you walk on the streets, it doesn't matter in the diaspora, or the diaspora maybe it's different because the government will take it. Back home, even a madman or a mad woman is carrying their baby. Try and take that child from that mad woman and see what will happen to you. You cannot take that child from a mad person or a mentally unstable person. You cannot separate their babies from them. But those people don't even have what to feed their baby. They don't even know what tomorrow brings. But they hang on to their kids for their dear lives. So what more of us parents who have all our mental faculties together? Why can we not protect ours? Why can we not stay with ours? Why? Why can't you stay with yours? Why can't? It's okay for relatives to help. If those relatives want to help, sometimes let them help you with your child living with you. Let them help you. Especially when it's a young child. If they want to pay the school fees, let the child go to a village school. When the child is in secondary school, that this child has some level of independence or maturity, then yes. If they want to take the child, this child can be confident sometimes to even talk or fight back. But not a 10-year-old, a 6-year-old, an 8-year-old a child. Pay the school fees, let the child live with the parent, if you must. And they need to stop. This is something they need to stop in Cameroon. This thing of nannies, go and take an 8-year-old child or a 10-year-old child to come and be a nanny. That's child labor. That is child labor. And that's something that it needs to stop. That's child labor. That's child abuse. The mother says, some of these nannies or house helpers come to destroy no matter how much you love or show and give. Yeah, how much love you show and give to them. Yeah, some of them are very evil. Some of them are very evil. If you must look after somebody, if somebody wants to help your child and says, come, let me take this child, the child can go and look after my child and I'll send him to school. That's not, that's just, it doesn't sound right. Take somebody's daughter to go and look after your kids, and in return of that, you would pay their school fees. That's child labor. Leave a child to be a child. Don't take away their innocence. Don't make them grow up before their time. Mami Colombia says, the world is so evil. That's why I really don't trust anyone looking after my kids but me. I literally don't work because I have to look after them. It's scary. It's a scary world. It's a scary world. So I'm talking to all of us watching here, brothers and sisters, aunties, uncles, moms, and dads, if you're watching me. If you have somebody who is using a house help in Cameroon or anywhere who is not of age to be a domestic worker, advise them, talk to them, sensitize them, make them aware that that's not correct. And if you see anybody abusing, molesting someone's child, call it out, bring it to the attention of the right people. Don't hide it under the rug. Don't. Like Auntie Rosemary stated, don't hide it, don't sweep it under the carpet. Expose it. Expose it. Let it not be like the one in Douala that I'm hearing now, that they're trying to get the rapist to do a settlement, the alleged rapist to do like some almost like a home settlement with the victim's family. Don't. Please, let's help these innocent children. Let's help these vulnerable children. If you know of anybody who has a nanny, a younger child, or looking after this child, check in. Make sure they are okay. Parents, if you have to send your child to live with somebody, even if it's on holiday for a day or two, call in to check on them. Make sure they are fine. And if you know you cannot look after somebody's child, don't take them to go and abuse them. Go and beat them up, use hammers on them. Some people use belts. Some people use gas bottles, tubes. We hear those things. Some people use electric cables to abuse those kids. We hear them. Some of those kids work, go to school, come back, they work, they clean, they cook, they even prepare the other the madam's kids for bed. They're living as princesses. Why? They are the ones working day in, day out. That's not looking after somebody's child. That's actually enslaving that child, taking away their childhood, taking it away. Okay, that's that. Let's move into the next topic, which will be respect for our bodies. As you see on my thumbnail, I came across this picture. I think Cameroon and Jamaica. In Jamaica, they had a football match. And that picture or that photograph was taken on that day. And that's the photograph of one of the fans with a whole chest endowment laid outside. Everything put outside. That's the typical image. That image is a depiction of so many images that you and I have probably come across on social media or even in real life. You hear a lot of people talking. Greener Pasture says something. Sorry, I'm busy at work, was here in the USA. We met her. She was desperate with no job, so we brought her in on a contract as a nanny, but she was evil. She was evil. She was evil. I know of a man in Cameroon who slept with a house help and even got her pregnant. Ha! Hey! And nobody is going to hold him responsible. Nobody is going to take him to court. Nobody will reprimand him. Nobody. The girl's family will not do anything. They will just be like, okay, that's it. One less trouble for us. Kongosa White Lion, welcome, darling. I see you. Oh, Pamela White, sis. Honestly, it's crazy. It does. It plays a bad role sometimes. A lot of times, to be honest, the mother. A lot of times. So, like I said, the second image you see will be that of a, as people say on social media here, my full chest. That's the full chest of a fan. No, the wife asked for a divorce and the man lied. The man lied. That is because the wife was having an affair, but the man will be sentenced to jail. Oh, good. Very good. Very good. So that's the image of a fan with her full chest. So what we can say, that's the lady who was... Hey! It's a lie. It's a lie. It cannot be support picking. So that's a representation of our country. That's somebody that was chosen to represent the country. I don't want to even believe that's the case. I really hope that's not the case, because that alone that's even worse. That will be worse, because that image, when I see that image, I think to myself, wow, here we are as women trying to talk about fight for the rights of women, trying to create awareness of the fact that men are trying to objectify us women. Oh my God. So Picking, this is really crazy. Honestly. We are saying that men are objectifying us. Men are objectifying us. When we see videos with video vixens and all those things and models, we say, oh, men want us to dress in a certain way. Men want to sexualize us. Men are the ones that want us to be in a certain way, shape, or form, because that's the way that is appealing to them. No, 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 no. When you see things like that, I don't think that lady was asked by a man to dress in that manner, to present herself to the whole world. Exposing your breast, colored in the national flag, which should be a pride of a country, that should be punishable, if you ask my opinion. That should be punishable by law, because that's disrespect to the flag of a country. Utter disrespect. The amount of indecency that we display as women, especially in society nowadays, is disturbing. It's disturbing. People are beginning to normalize indecency. I said in one of my videos about sexualization from right from an early stage. A lot of us mothers, we sexualize our kids without even knowing. We sexualize and we objectify our kids without even knowing. So Poppy cannot laugh. So Poppy, honestly, you will see a lady having a toddler wear a crop top and a hot pant. What do you think you're doing to that child? And they post it on social media, and you see other ladies going under there and say, oh, how cute, how nice, oh, little angel. Stop it. Who are we fooling? What generation are we raising? The kind of generation that will have the national flag like plastered on their bosom like that? And I'm sure a lot of people found it funny. Others found it brave, but I call it stupidity. I call it stupidity. The interview that Askia did with the Joan Gomba, the freaky table thing that had a controversy and stuff like that. A question was asked about how women are being treated or objectified in the music industry or entertainment industry as a whole. And I was so shocked. I was so shocked, mind blown by the statement that Askia actually made. She said, actually, some of the women make the proposal to the producers or the directors to go, half naked or to be objectified. I was like, wow, that's quite interesting. That's quite interesting. How many men do we see being objectified in our community or on social media? How many men? How many men do we see in mankinis? Who knows what a mankini is? Who knows what a mankini is? Anybody knows what a mankini is? Because we see women a lot with string bikinis in music videos at poolsides. How many men do you see in mankinis? Because I say, if the women can wear those bikinis, let's have the men wear the mankinis as well. Let the men wear the mankinis. Yes, the more that you know it, the bikini for the men, our forefathers back in the days of the early man, the colonial days, how our forefathers used to dress. They only had the calabash stuck to their manhood. That's what the mankini looks like. Let's have the men wear the mankinis as well and present themselves in the videos. Why don't they have the men? Why must it always be women? Why? So what begin? Why must it always be women? Yes, Jinken Don, you know the ones our great grandfathers used to wear. Ivan Lee said, Bella, it has moved from bikinis to willikini. No, that just covers the front part. Oh God, that's willikinis. Oh my God, Ivan Lee. Willikinis. Oh my days, this is crazy. It's crazy how much we normalize indecency in our community nowadays. It's crazy how we normalize it. It's crazy. And there's something that us women need to understand, especially us in Africa. We try to copy European things. That's why they are Europeans, they are Westerners, and we are Africans. There are certain things that we need to preserve, certain aspects of our culture and moral values and principles that we need to preserve. And there is a reason why the Europeans behave in that manner. And there's a reason why us as Africans, we need to behave in a certain manner when it comes to decency, especially the decency of a woman. A woman, you are expected to live in a certain standard, to carry yourself in a certain way. The Westerners can dress. You know, in the summer, you can meet naked people on the street here in Europe, and everybody's just walking, getting by their business, going by their daily duties, having no care in the world, because that's just their culture. They don't care about what the other person is doing. I'm here. I don't know my neighbors by name. If we bump on the hallway, we say hello, hi, and we go our separate ways. That's the Western world. And that's why people can dress however they so please, be naked. That's why they have their naturalist, as they call them, people who walk naked because they feel like wearing clothes is against the planet, you're killing the planet, and nobody cares, and they live their lives. But Africans, we are communal people. The way you live your life, people will judge you based on that, and people will judge your generation to come based on that, because that's just our culture. You will not see a white lady want to get married tomorrow, and the neighbor will go and tell the family of that boy to say, oh, don't go and get married to that family because that family is full of prostitutes. All the girls like to wear hot pants in the summer. You will not hear that in the Western world. But what will happen back home in Africa? I call it reference. You know how you go to look for a job and people they give reference, your character reference. Health and Zumba Master, welcome sis, I see you. Your character reference. Neighbors will give reference about you. And the groom or the bride's family will listen, because they know in Africa, people look after each other's back. You want to get married in that family? The one that the girls all walk around like strippers? You want to get married in that family when their mother had 6 children with no husband around? You want to get married in that family when all the girls, the elder sister is leading by hanging on the roads with different men and changing them like loincloths? That's us in Africa. That's us. The way we behave has an impact to the name we carry. Some people dress and leave nothing at all to the imagination of other people. You leave nothing at all to the imagination. I see it even on YouTube Street. I see it on this YouTube. I see people sit in front of their cameras, nipples out, Sometimes there was a time I saw a vlogger sitting with a camera down, unfortunately, and exposing the lady garden, and people come in front of the camera in their nightgowns and spread themselves there as if they are talking. It's almost like it's a church service of a strip church service, and people find that normal. I don't find it normal. I don't know if you guys find it normal. I don't know if you guys find it normal. Exactly. Support begin. Trust us, no Westerners. Trust us, they will dig. Aunties will dig your file, your family file, to know what your family is like. If people would dress like that, people will expose themselves. Those are people who don't have respect for their bodies. Those are people who don't have any self-esteem. People who don't value their bodies. Most people have low self-esteem. They feel like, because the men, in their mind, men, they see, all they think is your eye, and then it goes down between their legs. So the only way they feel they can capture the attention of a man is if they expose everything out. But trust me, when you do such, and then a man gets you, how do you feel the man, or how do you think, or how would you believe that the man would treat you? You feel the man is going to give you the respect that you so much deserve as a woman? Because the man is going to think to himself, if you cannot respect yourself well enough to cover up, to carry yourself with grace, why should he respect you? Why would he respect you? The mother says the money on social media has slapped some of their senses. Yeah. Yes. How can somebody come on social media? You don't even know who is watching you, and you light your camera, and you're having a see-through chemise, a night dress, and you're talking to people, and you're addressing people, and people are watching, and people are saying, oh, you look so sexy. Please, society is getting broken. My God. Honestly, you leave nothing to the imagination of the eyes of others. Nothing whatsoever. And some of you men, when you see it, you're easily carried away by the big-chested women or the ones with the butt. And then you take them in. You want to make them your wives, and you want to control them because you don't want other people to be enjoying what you are enjoying. That visualization that they were sharing that captivated you, and you took them in as your wife. You don't want others to see it. You start telling them to cover their clothes, to cover their chest, to wear long skirts, and they will not wear it. If you met them as sluts, they will remain sluts. You cannot change it. If you meet a woman like that, you marry the woman and put in your house, hoping that you're going to be enjoying all the things, the endowment, and prevent her from dressing the way she was dressing when you met her. You lie to yourself. You lie to yourself. So if you're enjoying it, know that that's how it's going to end up. The way we respect ourselves, the way we carry ourselves, it's the same way that the next person is going to respect us. That's the same level of respect that will be accorded to us. You okay, Mama? You okay? What are you up to? Sit properly, please. Good girl. What do we expect? I remember, I'll tell you guys a story. I'll tell you guys a story. My husband is going to probably kill me, but I'll have to tell you guys this story. This is a real story that happened to my husband. Then we were not married yet. Then we were not even engaged, but I was here in the diaspora and he was back home. So Papa can say the mistake most men do. Please, you can, anybody, you can call if you want to call. Feel free to call, guys. Never support picking. The mistake most men do and get disappointed at, yeah, that's the mistake most men do and get disappointed at the end. The woman you marry will remain the same person you met as a girlfriend. Thank you. This story I said about my husband, this is something that actually happened to him. So he will kill me, but I have to say it. I'll have to say it just to tell you, like, literally how our behavior or how we expose ourselves or carry ourselves can actually impact people's behavior towards us. So there was this girl, obviously, that we all know. My husband and I, we know this person. And this person is one of those for exposing body, for dressing in a very exposing manner that I personally do not appreciate. And one of those girls who feel like, I can do anything and get by and get away with. And when it comes to decency and women covering themselves, I'm all for it. Pro cover yourself. I'm for that. Covering yourself does not stop you from being sexy. You can still be sexy and still be decent in your dressing. You don't need to be cheap. People confuse cheap to being sexy. Cheap to be sexy. People confuse that. So let's get to this story. So this friend of ours, she traveled, not friend of ours, this person, we live in the same neighborhood, traveled, was living abroad, and then visited back home. And my now husband was with his auntie, who actually just came from abroad as well. So they went to the central town, they were doing some shopping, and as they were walking down the street, literally he spotted my husband now, then the boyfriend, was my boyfriend then. He spotted this lady, this younger girl who lives in the same neighborhood as us, dressed in a very provocative manner with belly piercings, crop top, breast pushed right up to the chin level, in really short pleated skirt, anklets, and anything you can imagine that screams exposure. Anything I can imagine that screams exposure. That's how she was dressed. And so when my husband, fortunately for my husband, he spotted these ladies very quickly. And so he was already strategizing on how he was going to hide before people can associate him to this person. So before his aunt could even say, oh my God, who is that lady dressed in that manner? My husband had disappeared, pretending as if he's going to check on some jewelry cupboard. Disappeared. Because he did not want for 1 second want his auntie to think that he knows that person. Thank you, mommy asking for a friend. Ring the bell. My husband did not want to be recognized, for the aunt to even think for a minute that he knows such a person. That's what I mean by our African culture. Our behavior has a relation, it literally has a domino effect on others. If you're walking with somebody, you're friends with somebody who walks around half naked, they will think that you are one of those people who walk around half naked. It doesn't matter if they haven't seen you do it once. They will associate you in a certain way. We have a caller coming. Hello.
Hi.
Hi, my beautiful sis.
Thank you so much. What an amazing show.
Thanks, sis.
Topics like this should not be missed. I've been missing. I've been working night shift.
I know. We missed you too.
I've been missing. Anyway, this is an amazing topic.
Thank you.
I pray we all share so people can learn. It's so much for us to learn. I have some contribution to make on it.
Go ahead, sis.
First, we'll start about the nanny or the helper things, or when people send their children out for other parents to care for them.
Yeah.
I have no to that. My parents never let us spend holidays in people's houses, and I grew up learning that we should be responsible for our own actions. Our children my husband and I, we really sit and talk about it. And I think there are so many things to learn from people around us. That it's best if one of us work part-time and stay home for the time that the children are back, so they can get their assignments done on time. We can really put an eye on them and avoid people taking care of your children because you don't know their intentions. Some people are not good at all. And when your children are raised by both parents or not, or a parent being around all the time, you see how they thrive. You see how they excel. So I would encourage us, like, money is not going anywhere. That sacrifice is very important. If we can work part-time and take care of them while they're still young, when they get older in the age that they can be home by themselves, then we can go ahead and make all the money we have. Foundation is very important when it comes to the children's life. And I would pray that if you are a caretaker of somebody's child, treat that child like it's yours. Honestly, I don't see a reason why you beat somebody's child and that extent where the child can be traumatized, or you treat somebody's child in a very bad way. Nobody knows tomorrow. Nobody knows tomorrow. This life, you don't know what will happen to you tomorrow.
And that child can be the one to help you tomorrow. You never know.
If we all can be kind, it's very good. And I was trying to say something that I know a guy in Cameroon that got their house help pregnant. And and even committed abortion. And one time, it's one of my sister's friends, and she was telling me about it, that their house help wanted to go. I was like, why? Something in me is like, take that child and ask if she has been molested. You know, Cameroon people are so passive. People are so passive. I'm like, no. What you're saying, this child is in school and she's doing well. Why did she want to go? So let's get to the bottom of it. You know, let's get to the bottom of it. And when she dig, and they found out that the husband, was abusing that girl.
Oh, so my God.
For a divorce.
Yes,
she filed for a divorce, and that's how everything came out.
Wow.
And the man has to be sentenced. Yes. So I'm saying that we have to be very careful. If you see a child that is a good child, start acting funny.
Yes.
Don't just like, this child is stubborn.
Thank you. Thank you,
Talk
sis.
to that child.
Yes.
Ask questions. I ask a lot of questions. I do.
Good.
If something doesn't make sense, you can get it.
Yeah.
Ask questions. We should not just be here. We should be a voice of reasoning to a lot of people that are around us.
Absolutely.
So there are things that we learn. It's like what you're doing right now is very, very good. It's not about saga all the time. What are we learning? How are we empowering ourselves? How are we uplifting one another? How are we getting something that can help somebody? If not you, somebody that you know.
Exactly.
So that's what I'm saying, that we should all be alert. If you abuse a child, you're putting an everlasting trauma to that child's life.
Absolutely.
Because what you are doing to that child, even when they get older, they will always be traumatized.
Forever.
If you abuse them.
Yes.
If you abuse them when they are young. So we have to be very careful. We should talk to our children. I talk to my children. That's why she's so comfortable to come to me and tell me what's going on.
Yeah.
I know one of her friends, somebody was bullying her, and she tried to tell the mom, and it was one of their cousins that came for holidays.
Wow.
And the mom was like, go away. And she told the friend, no, let's go tell my mom.
Somebody block this below somebody. Who's that below?
I told the mom, you cannot send this child away. If she's coming to you, it means something is wrong.
Yes.
I said, listen to her. Yeah, when the mom sent her away, and my daughter told her, no, come, let's go tell my mom.
Wow.
When they came to tell me, I go to the mom, I'm like, no, never send this girl away. And she is your only girl. I know you're used to boys, but sometimes when they're playing rough, she's coming to talk to you. Don't send her away. Please don't do
Lily, block that below something. Who is that person?
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sis. You're always amazing. Thank you so much, my beautiful sis. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Always there to give us and enlighten us. Yeah, please. That's what I mean. If you see something, it doesn't have to be you. If you see somebody ill-treating someone else's child, please talk about it. And this is a typical example where we make our kids so scared. We make our kids so scared to talk to us, and they're going to talk to someone else. Because the caller is just saying someone else's child is scared to tell their mom, or went to tell their mom, and the mom just shushed them. And of course, that child is quiet. Thank goodness she was there to listen to the child. We need to open up. Make our kids feel comfortable to talk to us about anything and everything. Please. It's very, very important. Very, very important. Like I was saying, when it comes to our behavior and decency, let's understand that it has an effect in like how we deal with other people. See something, say something. Thank you, my own sister Pamela White. See something, say something. Honestly, something is not right. It's definitely a reason why it's not right. Probe and probe and probe and get to the bottom of it to find some resolution. So let's show some self-respect to ourselves, guys. Show some self-respect to ourselves. If you want respect, if you want people to treat you with respect and dignity, you have to carry yourself with a certain level of respect as well. If you cannot respect yourself, how do you expect others to respect you? And people like that, to be honest, you can pull all the men you like, but there are only certain type of men that you pull. People who do all this indecent exposure, they can only pull a certain caliber of men. The men who only see women as a sexual object, those are the kind of men that they are going to pull towards them. Mariam Issa, welcome, darling. I see you. To get a decent man, a real person who knows value and treasures a woman or any other human being, they will not look at that and turn and look again the second time. No. Because those people, look at that breast. It looks like Kumba Urban Council property. That looks like Bamenda Urban Council property. It's a property for the public. It's not a property for anybody. Nobody wants to come and take abuse and used property. Which parent will allow their son, will want their son to want to marry such a woman? Or which parent will allow their daughter, a good parent, to make friends with such a person? Sorry, guys, the baby has dropped her iPad. Sorry. That's very yummy. Yum, yum, yum. I'm making it sweet. So let's not just keep putting the blame on men for objectifying us women when we at times are the problem. We at times are the cause of our problems. So it's on that note that I think we can end the show. But please, I will say again, if you must give your child to go live with somebody, it is your responsibility to check on that child, make sure that child is okay. It is your responsibility to check and make sure the child is okay. Your child is safe and is being looked after as promised. And for women, especially, thank you, the mother, guilty by association. And for us, the women, let's stop this aspect of glorifying indecency. Let's teach our girl child our girl children better. Let's make them understand the value of their body. Let's make them understand the value of their body. How important it is. You don't have to fit in. You don't have, sometimes it's peer pressure as well. It's peer pressure because they want to fit in. Teach your child, give them that confidence to want to be on their own, to be unique, to be different. It's okay to be different. You don't have to fit in a certain box. If your friends are walking half naked, let them walk half naked. You don't have to be. One of the craziest things somebody ever said to me, I will never forget. My younger brother, I don't know, he's going to watch this show. You watch this show and he will laugh. Somebody, let me tell you guys the craziest thing that somebody ever said to me. Somebody said to me, it's a guy, you know, one of those guys that actually have a crush on you back in the days. Oh my God, that was years back in secondary school days. This person actually said to my younger brother, when my younger brother came to visit me and he invited his friend to come with us. And this friend, obviously, it's slightly older than him. And I only got to to learn from my younger it's a cousin that this person, this male acquaintance actually said, God, what type of girl is Bella? How come are you sure Bella will be able to bear children? Because I'll say it in pidgin. These are the words, like oh my God, it's so hard speaking in pidgin, but I'll say it slowly. I find it difficult to speak explicitly in pidgin like that. So he said, Johnson Takwan, welcome, darling. He said, you sure say that Bella the bonso. You sure say Bella the bonso. How come that girl never ever commit abortion? Because you're supposed to don't commit abortion by now. Which kind of girl over too tight skin? So wait it over proof now. Which kind of decency you want show? That's what somebody said. That's what somebody actually said. Which meant to such a person, yes, Jinkendon, this is what my younger cousin came and reported this to me. Yes, that's somebody thinking, because for him it's normal. The girls my age should live a certain life, probably live a promiscuous life. I don't understand. Do they get a kick from it? I don't understand. To judge my fertility on the basis that I have not committed an abortion. So he doesn't understand how this is possible at my age. Why I want to, put my legs together like Mommy Bree said yesterday. Close your foot. How can Bella want to close her foot like that at that age? How is it possible? It's possible. It does not mean that if you close your legs, you will not meet a husband. You meet a husband who likes your legs closed. If you go and you're opening it, you meet a man who likes the leg open, and you'll be looking for open legs everywhere. The way we present ourselves to our spouses, our boyfriends, is the way they will treat us. Now that chocolate, I mind that mad person. Yeah. So please, I hope you guys, or we all have picked a lesson or two when it comes to child abuse and living with other people's kids, and also how to behave responsibly, how to respect our bodies and treat with respect, and how to also respect the bodies of others. It's very important. Very, very, very important. So thank you, everybody. Thanks, everyone who's contributed on today's show. You guys are always amazing. Your contributions, your engagements, I could not ask for a better audience. So I really appreciate you all from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much, Sis Jinkendon, Auntie Rosemary, our mommy asking for a friend. I appreciate every single one of you. Honestly, I'm just going to give a shout out to every single one of you who stay here and watching. Ivanine, Jinkendon, my darling, beautiful sis. Thank you so much. So Puffy King, mommy asking for a friend. Health and Zumba Master, sis. I thank you so much. Sis Pamela White, G, you need the mother of my wisdom box. Thank you so much for always being there. Pope Russian Bob, the Pope. Thank you, mommy, asking for a friend. Greener, my blood sis in Woman Well Trust. Greener, just drop a comment. Exactly. That's why I do part-time while my husband does full-time. Yes, sis. No more snake in my house. Hey! That's snake business. Thanks, Greener, for sharing your experience with us. Every child is a blessing. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Let love lead, my darling sis. I appreciate you. Juicy Scoop. F Go Johnson Takwan. Who have I not called? Every child is a blessing. Mariam Issa, my darling sis. I appreciate you. Nana Chocolate, my chocolate beauty sis. Big Boutiques Fashion Gist, the doctor himself. Thank you so much, bro, for being here. I appreciate you all so much. Please, let's keep sharing. Let's keep educating ourselves. Hopefully, we are learning. When we talk about things like this, shows like this, we learn. I always like to do shows because it's not just that I want to share my own knowledge. I actually, every time I do a show, the one thing I learn is always one thing I take home with me. That's why I always appreciate my shows that I do on this social media street. I always do. And when I go to any other platform, I don't just go there to catch phone. I go there to take home a message that can improve my life. And I expect us to do the same. There's so much we can learn. So much we can learn from all these platforms. Okay? Let's go there with an open mind. But remember, what can you take that will make your life improve? What can you take that you can use to impact your community positively? That's what you should go and think when you're moving on someone's show. So Prince Mervyn Nation, thank you so much, bro. I appreciate you all so much. Let's play our own C while we exit and do some mutumbo. Who is that person? My private photo here. We don't do private photos here. We don't do private photos here, please. Thank you guys so much. I love you guys. You guys are the best. You guys are the best. Health and Zumba Master. Thank you so much, sis. I appreciate you. Mom of 2 boys. Lily the Lily, my love. Lily the Lily, I'm waiting for my wine. Army General, thank you so much. Army General, is it Army General or Adjutant Chef? One of you, you're actually the one that said to me, Bella, we would like you more natural. Since then, I found it so hard to put any foundation or whatsoever. And I'm actually enjoying it. So you see, I listen to my people. I listen to my people. Chuba. Eva, Nifo. Eva. Chuba. Please like if you haven't liked, share if you haven't shared, please. Rich aunties dance. Eva. Bella, please tell Army General not to divorce me. Army General, please don't divorce my Nana, please. Yes, sis Pamela White. Hey. Nifo. Super Pekin. Sis, thank you so much for always being there. Eba. The respect I have for this dance, for this song, I cannot sit. Eba. Nifo. Eh, eh, Eva. Eva. Eh. I beg, give me Nana chocolate before I go. Nana chocolate. Celeste War, Mumba. Eh, eh, Eva, Chuba. Abo. Chuba. Eh. Chuba. Please like the video as you go. Chuba. Eh. Hey, love you guys so much. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. I'll see you all next week. Please share the video, share the info. Let's keep educating ourselves. Love you guys so much. Jinka Don, thank you so much, sis. I appreciate you. Nana. Bye, guys. Bye, Pamela White. Bye, Prince.